Shivaya Namaha. Om Ham Hom 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 Shivaya Namaha. Now we're going to begin the ritualistic cleansing. The ritualistic cleansing is literally a process where you become Paramashiva, the supreme consciousness, the ultimate manifestation. Now you're going to use your Panchapatram in this process. So this is the traditional cup and spoon. Take that in your hands and take one uddharani or one spoon of water from the Panchapatra or the cup and pour it into the center of your right palm. Your right palm should be in a cupped position also. And then after chanting the following mantras, you're going to sip the water from the base of your palm. So follow along with the acharyas now as we begin. Om Atma Tattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Om Vidya Tattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Om Shiva Tattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Now you're going to take the base of the thumb and wipe the lower and upper lips along with the mantra Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Now take one uddharani of water and wash your hands. Now you're going to touch the lower and upper lips with the index, middle and ring fingers together and then wash your hands. And then with the tip of the index finger and thumb joined together, touch the right nostril and left nostril. With the tip of the ring finger and thumb joined together, touch the right eye, right ear and left ear, and wash your hands. And then with the base of your thumb and little finger, with the base of your little finger and your thumb joined together, touch the right chest, left chest, and the navel center, and wash your hands. And then finally, with all of the fingers touching together, touch the crown of the head, the right shoulder, and the left shoulder, and the heart center. And now we are ready to begin the Sankalpa. Take a few minutes now, close your eyes, and visualize deeply what you want to manifest through today's Nithyananda yoga practice. Yoga is not just a physical practice. It's not just for mental peace. It is for manifesting the state, space, being, powers, and super consciousness of Paramashiva. Literally anything that you want to manifest in your reality can be manifested in this practice on your yoga mat. The Sankalpa is the conscious will, the conscious resolution. And sit in this deep meditative space as we chant the mantra. Om Mamopata Samasta Dhuritakshay Dvara Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartam Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartam Cha Shubhe Shobhane Muhurte Adya Brahmanaha Dvitiya Pararthe Shri Shvetavaraha Kalpe वैवस्वतमन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे नित्ययुगे प्रथमे पादे जम्बूद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शकाब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभुवादीनां षष्ठः संवत्सराणां मध्ये दक्षिणायने श्री लक्ष्मी वेंकटेश्वर ऋतो शुभ मासे शुभ पक्षे शुभ दिदो शुभवासर युक्तायां शुभ नक्षत्र शुभ योग शुभ कर्ण एवं गुण विशेषण विशिष्टायां अस्यां शुभ दिदो श्री कैलाशोन्नत द्वादशांत श्यामला पीठारूढ़ श्री मीनाक्षी सुंदरेश्वरा भिन्न स्वरूप पर शिवपुत्र रत्न कुमार गुरुमन्य तुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपान लब्ध दिव्य ज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागम सारभूत द्राविड़ वेद प्रवर्त्र श्रीमत् परमशिव करुणा समदिगद मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान गीयमान चत्र चामर श्री चिन्नका हलादि समस्त विरदावल्यलंकृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संग सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा वयाग वर्गवश्य विश्रान जीमूत परमत कलभ केसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु शपन शाक्यादि महांत कारण निवारण ज्ञान भानु भीक्षणा नरहार ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद वृषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्त्र सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक वाचक स्वामी नाम अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धित श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ तृणवद उत्तर दुषिततम गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर दुषिततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वत मनीक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र सूरसेन इत्यादि अडम चिन्ह सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूढ़ाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणि साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुण पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणी पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्रतम अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्रतम अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्ग पुरस्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमद् जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परम शिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थम देशां पादारविन्दयोः भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थम गुरुकृपाकटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थम क्षेम स्थैर्य वीर्य विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थम धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध फलपुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थम मम समस्त दुरितोपशान्त्यर्थम समस्त मंगलावाप्यर्थम श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव प्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञान वैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थम श्री भगवान श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव कृपाकटाक्षेन पूर्ण आरोग्य युक्त दृढ़गात्र यौगिक शरीर सिद्ध्यर्थम परमशिव शक्ति आविष्करणार्थम श्री नित्यानंद योगाभ्यासं करिष्ये Om Apaupasprisya. Now take one last udharini of water in your hands and wash your hands. And now keep your Panchapatrams safely aside so that we can begin the Nithyananda Yoga. We are now ready to begin the ritual of Nithyananda Yoga.
Nithyanandam, welcome everyone. Welcome back to another session of Nithyananda Yoga. And let us get started with before we get started in the asanas, let us get started with just doing a brief warm-up, and we'll jump right into the asanas. So we're going to stand on our feet and start with our ankles. Start with your right ankle, rotating it clockwise, and you can just draw a circle with your toe, treating your big toe like a pencil. Just really open up your ankles. Now do the other direction. Good. Now let's switch to your left ankle and rotate clockwise. Again, this is not a balancing warm-up. You can hold the wall, hold a chair. Now let's rotate in the other direction. We'll be sitting a lot in Padmasana today, so our ankles need to be opened up so they don't get stiff. Okay, now let us move on to our knees. Stand shoulder width apart. Place your hands, place your feet together, hands on your knees, and make big circles with your knees. And really open up your knees and your thighs. It should be a smooth motion, not jerky. Good. Now let's switch directions. Make big circles with your knees. Again, you should feel this in your thighs and your knees. And also it's good for the ankles as well. Okay. Now slowly stand up. Feet shoulder width apart. Or a little wide you can do as well. Hands on your hips. And make big circles with your hips. Rotating them full 360. Keep going. Really feel your hips opening up, which again is important. And all of the sitting asanas we'll be doing. Okay, great. Now let's do the other direction. If you're just tuning in, just jump in and let's start with the warm-up. It's really important that everyone does the warm-up before they start. Okay. So now let's move on to our shoulders. We're just going to do some quick shoulder rolls. Before we actually hold on to the shoulders, let's just move our shoulders forward. Your feet are shoulder width apart. Just roll the shoulders. Very good. Now just go backwards, the other direction. Yes. Now we can put our hands on the shoulders and draw big circles with your elbows. Okay, now let's go in the other direction. Making big circles with your elbows. That visualization will make you do this warm-up seamlessly. Okay, now let's alternate our arms and just swing them up and down. Don't be stiff, just let them swing. Okay, good. Now we can just swing them forward in a circular motion. Now you're making circles with your hands. Okay, let's go the other direction. Go backwards. Really feel your shoulders opening up. We're using our arm muscles. Okay, now let's just swing, open up our waist, swing right to left. Let your arms naturally go with you. You don't need to swing your arms, just twist your waist. The arms will naturally go. And look back if you can. You'll get a bit better twist. Okay, good. Just come to a natural stop. Now let us rotate our wrists very slowly but fully. Rotate them outwards. Okay, good. Now let's rotate them inwards. If you're just joining us, just a reminder, the warm-ups are there to help us do the asanas and prevent any injuries and overextending the muscles and loosening them up so that we are able to have the breakthroughs we all want in these asanas. Okay, now we can enter into, let us work on our neck and head. So just move your head to the right and left, not fast, right, left. You can do it that pace. Okay, now let's switch and go down, up, down, up. Now just gently grab the top of your head, just pull it to the right. Grab with your right hand, pull your head to the right. Feel a stretch in your left neck. And the left arm is just hanging. Very good. Now the other side. Gently pull your head to the left. Now with both hands behind your neck, just gently push down. Here, if you have any tension in your upper back, your shoulders, you'll feel a good stretch there. Okay, now let's roll our head very slowly to the right. Keep your shoulders down. Sometimes we have a tendency to move the shoulders up when we're doing the head roll. And go very slowly. Okay, now you switch directions. Roll your head very slowly to the left. One last time. Okay, great. Now let us enter into the skeleton dance, where you're moving all parts of your body, your feet, your legs, your arms, your neck, your head, visualizing your skeleton, no flesh, just pure bones, moving every part of your body and not stopping. And we'll play this song.
Panduranga Jaya Vittale, Nithyananda Nitya Vittale. 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 Sundara Nithyananda. Panduranga Jaya Vittale, Nithyananda Nitya Vittale. 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 Mukunda Madhava Nithyananda, Madhusudana Hari Nithyananda. Madhura Mohana Nithyananda, Mangalamurti Nithyananda. Mukunda Madhava Nithyananda, Madhusudana Hari Nithyananda. Madhura Mohana Nithyananda, Mangalamurti Nithyananda. Panduranga Jaya Vittale, Nithyananda Nitya Vittale. 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 Megha Rupa Nithyananda, Manasa Chora Nithyananda. Vrinda Vihara Nithyananda, Veda Rupa Nithyananda. Megha Rupa Nithyananda, Manasa Chora Nithyananda. Vrinda Vihara Nithyananda, Veda Rupa Nithyananda.
Just bring awareness to your breath. Okay, let us make our way to the mat. Adjust it if you need to. And sit. Everyone can sit on the mat. Okay, let us enter into the first asana of Trithiya Vinyasa Krama, TVK as we say. So we're going to start with Savritti Asana. So the asana, I should say the position of your legs it's going to remain the same for many of the asanas, at least the first ones. So keep your right foot on the perineum and put your left foot on top. So this may look like Padmasana, but it's not. So right foot at the perineum, left foot on top. And you're going to place your hands on your two knees, sitting upright, and fixing your gaze on the third eye. Internally chanting the japa Om Nithyananda Parameshivoham, engaging the Mula Bandha, which is engaging the perineal floor, locking it, the base of your spine.
In this asana, you're going to do the Samana Kumbhaka and visualize Lord Surya in your inner space, gazing at the third eye. Savitri asana. Parimula dvarite ki bese dava paga ki yedi jimana pagabodi pagatali ki mahili kore yonistana katirase pana jimani jangahili kana lagave hastagoda parirase.
Great. Now keep that position, and the only difference in the next asana, which is Vajrasana 2, will be the gaze. So before we were gazing to the third eye, now you're going to gaze to your nose. But also the bandha is different. Before it was a Mula Bandha. This time you're going to engage your core, suck in and up, and this is the Uddiyana Bandha.
Visualize you're the weapon of Indra, representing indestructibility. Vajrasana 2. Savyena kandam paripridya chanyam padam tu lingo pari nikshipecha vyajam sadha pranjaya cha siddham gravata umatasana matsasatam.
Great. So keep the same position. You're going to keep the legs in the same position. Your hands are still on top of your knees. You're going to now place your chin down on your chest, but gaze, the tendency will be to gaze to your nose. But you're going to gaze to the third eye and engage the Maha Mudra Bandha, which is all three bandhas. So you lock the perineal floor, suck in and up, and chin on the chest. Gaze to the third eye.
Siddhasana 2. Ata bhasamana prayoga ashasi hasanam.
Great. The next asana is Brahmasana. Again, your right foot is by your perineum, your left foot on top. But now we're going to keep, so the left toe is going to be between the thighs and the legs. So kind of tuck it in. And you're going to keep your hands cupped together on your right knees. And you're going to gaze at the nose, engaging Mahamudra Bandha, all three bandhas.
Brahmasana. Padmam brahmastatha siddham swastikam vajramasanam.
Good, relax. But keep this asana and keep the legs. The next asana is Muktasana 2. Keep the right heel at the perineum and left foot on top. Place the hands on top of the knees. Now sit in a relaxed way and listen intensely for a sound in the right ear. And engage the Mula Bandha with your gaze forward.
energy is liberating you. Muktasana 2. Muktasino stitho yogi mudram sandaya sambhavim shrunuya dakshine karne nadaman manta samedake.
Awesome. Now you can see the various subtleties. The asanas may look the same, but they're very different. The next asana is Valmiki Asana 2. You're seated in the same position. The gaze is towards the third eye. You're going to place the hands on top of the knees, but in Bindu Mudra. So connecting your thumb and your index finger like this, and gazing towards the third eye, engaging Mula Bandha.
In this asana, you are going to visualize that you are the great sage Valmiki, who is the author of the Ramayana. Valmiki asana. Bese karidava pagaki pagatali yedi bhari lafana dishimodi jimani pasati lagave.
Great. The next asana is Dvaishriyasana. And in this asana, again the legs are in the same position. Your hands will be on the knees. You're going to raise the left shoulder to the height of the head, making it seem as a second head. Just your left shoulder. You're engaging Mula Bandha and the gaze forward.
In Dvisarasana, visualize yourself as like a god with more than one head.
Left shoulder is up. Up, yes.
Continue the Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha and the Japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Dvisarasana. Skande Shiraha Pariyantam Nitva Statavyam Dvisharam Bhavati.
Okay. We're going to do the same on the other side. Everything remains the same. Now just raise your right shoulder to the height of your head. Gaze forward.
Dvisarasana. Skandaha Shiraha Pariyanta Nitva Statavyam Dvishisham Bhavati.
Okay, relax the shoulder down. The next asana is Kumbhirasana. You're going to keep the legs in the same position, sitting tall in the shape of a pot, with your hands on top of your head, engaging Udayana Bandha, sucking the stomach in and up, gazing towards your nose.
Kumbhirasana. Nitambe hastadalagam bhumo sankochita patet kumbhirasana mavakshe vayunam dharanaya cha.
Relax. Okay, let us go on to the next asana, Chakrasana 2. Place the thighs over top both heels and sit with the spine straight. Gaze to the nose, hands on the knees.
In this asana, visualize each of your chakras, the 7 chakras of the body along your spine, as a bright white light. Continue gazing at the nose and the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Chakrasana 2. Savyoru dakshine gulpe dakshinam dakshine tare nidhadya rajujuyastu chakrasanamidam matam.
Okay, relax. Next asana is Swastikasana 2. Good. place both feet between the opposite thighs and calves. And you'll keep your hands on top of the knees and gaze to the nose.
In this asana, visualize yourself embodying peace, well-being, good fortune and prosperity. Swastikasana 2. Janurvorantare samaya dhishtva padatale ubhe samayakayah sukhasina swastikam tat prachakshate.
And the japa in all of these asanas is Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We're just mainly changing the gaze and the bandhas. Again, keep your feet in the same position. Bring your hands to the chest and interlace the fingers. Sit straight and gaze forward. Engage Mula Bandha in Swastika Asana 3.
Yes. Again, embody peace, well-being and good fortune in this asana, Swastikasana 3. Janurvorantare kritva yogi padatale ube rujjakasyamasa samasinna swastikam tat prachakshate.
Wonderful. Virasana 2. In this asana, place the right foot between the thigh and the calf and place the left foot on the opposite thigh. And your hands will go on top of the knees. You'll gaze to the nose, engaging Mula Bandha, locking the peroneal floor, the base of your spine.
Even as you're in this seated position, visualize and embody the state and space of bravery. Virasana 2. Atamanastairakaram Virasanam ekasmin samstitam ekam padam chared yogi ittarismin urudmidam virasamridam dhirya.
Awesome. Now let's move on to Siddhi Haratali Asana. So now we're going to sit and bring the heels together at the perineum. But before we do this, let us open up in Bhadrasana. Just keep your feet facing each other, the soles of your feet. Grab your toes and just shake your hips. So we're ready for the next asanas. This is just a warm-up, preparatory asana. Flap your knees up and down. And this, you should actually when you're in this asana, your knees should actually be touching the base of the floor. You can help yourself by just applying a little pressure on your knees, pushing them down. And alternate between flapping your knees. Okay, now let's enter into the asana, which is Siddhi Haratali Asana. You'll be bringing the heels together, but not out forward. You'll be as close to the perineum as you can, with the toes slightly separated. And interlacing your fingers around your feet, which will actually help you bring your feet closer to you. Gaze to the nose, engage Jalandhar Bandha, sucking your stomach in and up.
Good. Visualize yourself unclutch from all ego-fulfilling successes in your life. Engage Jalandhara Bandha. Continue the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Siddha Haratali Asana. Padatale sampau kari agulyako sampau kare mahe nulorane do hatake ghagasi kari pagatalya khe barile ko kaura ayeu dharate te ke.
Good, relax. Let's move on to the next asana. We're moving right along. Now we'll engage Bhadrasana 3. Sit and bring the heels together at the perineum with your toes slightly separated. Keep the knees wide and interlace your finger around your feet, engaging Maha Mudra Bandha, all three bandhas, and gazing to your nose. So you're locking the perineal floor, sucking your stomach in and up, and placing your chin on your chest.
In Bhadrasana 3, visualize yourself as the ferocious form of Lord Paramashiva, Veerabhadra. Bhadrasana 3. Ata Bhadrasanam Gulpocha Vrishasanasya dha Shivantyaha Parshvayo Kshipet Salva Gulpam Tata Savye Daksha Gulpam tu Dakshine.
Okay, relax. And if you're doing this asana sincerely, you'll feel it in your back, in your waist, in your thighs. And let's move on to Yoga Nrsimhasana. Yoga Nrsimhasana, which is sitting on the ground, crossing your heels and keeping your knees raised, and placing the back of your hands on your knees with the palms facing upwards. Stick out your tongue and exhale, gaze to the nose, engaging the Mula Bandha. So let's try this. Crossing your ankles, hands on the palms, palms facing upwards on your knees, and sticking out the tongue and exhaling. So inhale normally, and on the exhale, stick out your tongue.
Yes, in this asana, visualize yourself as Mahavishnu in the form of Narasimhasana. Mayuraspincha Mayuram Padmapita Samanvitam Kaukutas Garbhapingam cha Kaurmyam Yoga Simhakam.
Good, relax. The next asana is Kakarupa Skandasana. You're going to keep your heels crossed and your knees relaxed, and place your hands on your knees with the palms facing downwards, engaging the Mula Bandha. With your gazing at your nose, downward at your nose.
Kakarupa Skandasana, visualize a flock of crows. Atavakshe Kakarupa Skandasana Muttamam Kalipapat Pramuchyate Vayavim Vashanamayet.
Okay. Now let's go into Utkatikasana. Sit on the ground with your feet flat in front of you, with your heels touching the buttocks. Place your hands on your respective knees and gaze to the nose, and ensure that you're engaging Mula Bandha and chanting internally the japa Om Nithyananda Parameshavoham.
Visualize yourself sitting in the space of Upanishad with Swamiji, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism. Utkatikasana. Slista Rubuli Slista Gulpo Bhulistaro prasarayet yatro pavishya pado tad dhandasanam udhiratam.
Okay, relax. The next asana is Dandasana 2. So extend your legs in front with your ankles and toes together, and rest your hands on your thighs, gaze to the nose, engaging Mula Bandha.
And in this asana, visualize yourself as Paramashiva's Yoga Danda. Dandasana 2. Slista gulpo bhushlistaro prasarayet yatro pavishya pado tad dhandasana madhuratam.
Relax. Good. Okay, keep your legs extended out. We're now going to enter into Tadaka Mudra Asana. So you're going to keep your legs extended out, lean forward, hold on to your big toes, bring your forehead to your knees, and gaze to your nose. Now, in this asana, when we're bending forward, it's important that you bend from your lower back, not from your head. Bend from the lower back. Even if you cannot reach all the way, it's okay. Just make sure that the stretch comes from the lower back, and just keep pushing yourself down. Even if it's inch by inch, go lower and lower, and then place your head on your knees if you can.
Tadaka Mudrasana. In this asana, visualize yourself as a tank of water as you engage in Udhyana Bandhya. Sabhaga Shirsha Savangha Mahamudra Tadaki Bhaddha Konas Baddha Padmam Dhandam Paschimatanakam.
Great. Now we're starting to really work out our legs. Okay, now is a fun asana that really is an advanced asana which tests our strength, which is Prankasana. In this asana, your legs will be extended out, straight, and your hands by the hips on the ground. And you're going to press the hands down and lift your entire body off the ground. Okay? And you're going to move the body side to side. Now, in this asana, it requires your core to be extremely strong, and your shoulders also, and your shoulders and arms to be also having lots of strength. If you're not able to do it, it's okay. Lift at least your hips off the ground and try to lift your legs. The key is you place the hands underneath the thighs, which will kind of give you a cradle to hold yourself as you go up. So don't keep them wide. Keep the hands underneath your thighs. And you'll see you can kind of get up. Now let's just try this asana. Engaging the Mula Bandha, internally chanting the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
प्रेखवस्थित्वा पादाग्रे मस्तके परिणित्वा पृष्ठभागे भूमौ निधाय तिष्ठेत्.
Relax. Now if you really want to master that asana, you need to every day work on building your strength in your core and your thighs. And now we're going to enter into Prankasana 2, which is also challenging asana. So sit with your legs extended and hands by the hips on the ground. Press your hands down and lift the entire body off the ground. And lift the legs backwards. So this is, you can keep trying to raise your legs if you're not able to do it, but the idea is that your legs should go swing up in the air. So before we're just lifting, now we're swinging them up. So do the best you can. If you can't do it, just remember to practice and just keep trying. Prankasana 2. Okay. Now just hold yourself up. If you're not able to lift your legs, this will also strengthen your shoulders and your arms. Even just to lift your bum off the ground, you actually need to have strength in your shoulders. Now just try to jump. Prankasana 2. Just keep jumping.
Prankasana 2. Prankavastitva padhagre mastake parinitva prishthe bhage bhomau nidaya tishtet.
Good. Relax. That's a challenging asana. Now we're going into Yogasana 3. Seated on the floor with your knees bent, your knees up, your feet flat on the ground. Bring your knees to your chest. Keep your heels close to the butt and wrap your arms around the knees and gaze to the third eye, engaging Mula Bandha.
Yogasana 3. Prishte Vedanvitam Padam Tasya Hastena Bandhayet Ata Yogasanam Vakshe Yat Kritva Yogirad Bhavet.
Great. Now we're going to enter into Vrishapati Asana. Here you're going to stack your knees. You're going to bend the left knee. And place the left foot under the buttocks, toes facing outwards. And place your right knee over top of the left. And place your hands on top of the knee with your gaze towards your nose.
Vrishapati Asana. In this asana, visualize yourself and experience the energy of a sacred temple inside of you. Jimana Goda Agrakaridavo Pagajimani Pashati Ani Moda Yedikula Iniche Rasi Panapani Adhar Rahe.
Okay, great. The next asana is Durvasa Asana. So keep your knees on top of one another and heels to the opposite hips. Touch your right fingertips to the middle joint of the left fingers. So they're resting, the hands on the groin with the palms facing upwards, gazing to the third eye.
Dhurvasana. Da'i janga parikari jimanopaga da'i pashati ani panado udarti te ki barala gulpo kula ki barali kani lagave.
Okay, relax. The next asana is Sukadeva asana. Still we're in Mula Bandha. Keep your knees on top of each other and heels to the opposite hips. Touch the wrists together, thumbs and little fingers touching, fingers spread wide, forming a lotus, gazing to the nose. So you'll be in Sambhavi Mudra, Sambhavi Mudra, like this. Put your hands in lotus.
Sukadevasana. Uame jaiga arupe umahe dachinapeyo darashutahe anavama goda mahile rana goda agramile.
Okay, relax. Now we're going to enter in Datta Digambara asana. And this engaging Mula Bandha, gaze is to the third eye. You're keeping again your knees on top of each other. And you're going to place your hands on your feet and hold firmly. Keep the spine straight. And again, gaze at the third eye. And this time the pranayama is Sitkari pranayama.
In this asana, visualize how you'll be if Paramashiva has blessed you to move beyond all material needs and desires. Datta Digambarasana. Pratama jivanopacha uchave da'i janga uparikari lave da'i pakatita ko ane godam uparitala karitane.
Relax. The next asana is Machandra asana 3, keeping the same Sitakari pranayama, engaging the Mula Bandha. This time your gaze is downward as you lean, bringing your forehead down.
In this asana, visualize yourself as a fish. Machandrasana 3. Jimanopaga I janga parirase yelika ui lagave davaya kau baralo gulpaj jimamna gidaki Mahiliasya parirase do hatasyo pagaka agata pakade lilata dharti lagave chatikadasyo lagave asana koguna goda ki pirajai.
Okay, slowly come up out of asana. If you have any questions or any breakthroughs, please post it in the chat. As we enter into Gomakasana 2, the legs are in the same position. This time you're going to bring your right arm up and reach down and reach the hand down behind the back and catch your hand, your left hand catches the right hand. Gaze to the nose, engaging Mula Bandha. The japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam with Sitakari pranayama.
In this asana, visualize yourself as the face of a sacred cow. Gomukasana 2. Uttana kurmo pite cha samhes karudameva cha vatayanam gomukam cha bharadvacham tvirikaram.
Okay, release that. Feel the stretch in your back and your arms. These are great asanas. If you're sitting at your desk doing a desk job, these asanas can really open it up and make sure you don't get stiff or have any physical issues. So now we're going to we're going to continue Vrishapati Asana on the other side. So now bend your right knee, place your foot under the right buttocks, and toes facing outwards, and place the left knee over the top of the right. Place your hands on top of the knees and gaze towards your nose.
In Vishrapati Asana, embody the energy of a temple inside of you. Jimana goda agrakaridavo pagajimani pashati ani modi yedi kulani cherasi fanapani adharahe.
And it's important to note you're actually sitting on your right heel. Now keep your knees on top of one another as we repeat Durvasana on the other side. So touch the right fingertips to the middle joint of the left fingers, resting the hands on the groin with the palms facing upwards, gazing at the third eye. So palms in this position.
Durvasana. Visualize yourself having the purifying effects of Durva grass. Durvasana. Dai janga perikari jimano pagadai pashatiani fanado udarati te ki bharala gulfo kula ki bharali kani lagave.
Good, relax. So now enter into Sukadeva Asana. So keep your legs in the same position. Now form the mudra in the lotus formation. So you're touching the wrists together, the thumbs and the little fingers touching the opposite hands, and your fingers are spread wide, forming a lotus. And just keep the mudra on your knees, gaze to your nose.
In this asana, Sukadevasana, visualize all of the gods and goddesses are smiling and pleased with you. Sukadevasana. Vame jaiga arupiyo mahi dachinapiyo dare sutahe asana vama goda mahili rane dacha goda agramile.
Relax. As we repeat Data Digambara Asana on this other side. So your knees are on top of one another, heels are on the opposite hips. You're going to place your hands on the feet and hold firmly, keeping the spine straight and gazing upwards to the third eye, engaging Mula Bandha.
Datta Digambarasana. Prathama Jivano Pava Uchave Dai Janga Upari Karilyave Dai Pakati Tako Ane Godam Uparitala Karitane.
Relax. Now you're going to lean over Machandra Asana 3, still holding, but this time you'll be holding your knees. You'll be holding the big toes and bring your forehead down. We'll just turn sideways so you can see. And lean as far as you can.
Machendrasana 3. In this asana, visualize yourself as a fish. Jimano pagada I janga parirase yedika o lagave.
Inhale, come up. Now we're going to repeat Gomakasana 2 on the other side. So keep your legs in the same position, Raise your left arm and put your hand on your back. Grab it with your right hand, also on the back. Gaze to the nose. You can come up. Atmapremika.
Gomukasana 2. Uttana kurmatopi teja samheshkarudameva cha vatayanam gomukam cha bharadvajam trivikramam.
And in this asana, if you can't actually clasp your hands, it's okay. You just go as far as you can. Relax. Now we're going to come sitting on the knees with the hands on the thighs in Dhirasana. And the pranayama is Rechaka Kumbhaka. Inhaling with the ocean sound, engaging Mula Bandha, gazing at the nose, keeping your spine straight.
Dhirasana. Bane pagagotane natavaline tana panu gudani niche ad rakine besavumte dhirasanam kahevayache.
Okay, relax. As we enter into Dakshina Pada Dhirasana. So in this asana, you're going to remain sitting on the knees with the hands on the thighs, but this time you're going to keep the right leg under the thigh and left knee bent with your heel touching the butt, hands on the respective knees, gazing up to the third eye.
Dakshina Pada Dhirasana. Bhamne pagagotaninati gotanata valine tena fano gudani niche ad rakine besavumte dhirasanam kahevayacha.
Okay, relax. As we enter into Dakshina Swasa Gamanasana. So in this asana, you're going to sit and bend the left knee. So stay in the same position. Wrap your arm around it, catching hold of the opposite forearm. Bend the right knee and keep the right heel touching the left buttocks. Gaze to the nose. So you're going to catch your arms, gaze to the nose.
Visualize and control the outgoing breath. Dakshina Swasasana. Jamanam paganam dimchana jimane hatani kakalimam rakite bhani bhara.
Relax. As we enter into Vamapada Dhirasana, remain sitting on your knees with the hands on the thighs. Keep the left leg under the thigh and right leg knee bent. Heel touching the buttocks. Gaze to the third eye.
Vamapada Dhirasana. Bhamne pagagotaninati valine tena panugudani niche ad rakine besavumte dhirasanam kehavayache.
And repeat Vamasvasa Gamanasana on the same this side. So keep your legs in the same position, wrap the arm around your right knee and catch hold of the opposite forearm. Keep the gaze to the nose, engaging Mula Bandha.
Vamaswasha Ghamanasana. Jaminum pagunum dhimchane jamane hatani kalimam raki te banibara.
So now we're going to place the soles of the feet on the ground with the knees against the chest. And you're going to wrap your right arm around the knees, twist to the right and clasp your hands behind the back and gaze to the third eye. So here you're going to wrap.
Pashasana. In this asana, visualize yourself bound by integrity, a means to keep your whole emotions, thoughts, and your mind integrated, aligned to your purpose. Pashasana. पादतले भूमि निधाय जानूनि उरसि निधाय विपरीत हस्ताभ्याम् ऊरु सहित जंगे निभाद्य तिष्ठेत् पशासनं भवति.
And repeat the same on the other side. Wrap the left arm around the knees and twist to the left and clasp your hands behind your back. Gaze to the third eye and really feel the stretch in your back, especially your upper back, as you gaze to the left.
Pashasana. Padatale bhumi nadayo januni ursi nidhaya viparita hastabhyam uru sahita janghe nibhadya tishtet pashasanam bhavati.
Okay, relax, great. Now let's enter into the last asana for today before we go into Shavasana, which is Simha Rupa Kasana. So we'll be crossing the legs behind and pressing the perineum with the raised heel. So we'll be sitting on your heels. Place your hands on the knees and gaze to the nose, engaging Mula Bandha. As we enter into Simha Rupakasana, we'll hear the mantra.
Simha Rupakasana. Shivanim gulpadeshebhyo nipedya vyutkramen tu prasarya janunor hastavasanam simharupakam.
Awesome. Now we can enter into Shavasana. And just a reminder, as we wrap up today's session, to remember to like, subscribe, and share, and join us for every day, daily for Nithyananda Yoga. And if you want to go deeper and advance your practice, please join us for the Paramashiva Sena program that's actually happening year-round in all over the world. You just need to sign up in the link provided below and be a part of this happening and advance your yoga practice and spiritual practice as well. Just checking if there's any questions before we wrap up. Okay. We'll just adjust our mats, but you can go ahead and lay on the ground. get started.
Atashavasanam Uttanam Shavavad Bhumo Shayanam Tu Shavasanam Shavasanam Shrantiharam Chitta Vishrantikarakam.
Slowly start to move your toes, your ankles, and your hands, and your legs. And bring your knees to your chest and sit up. As we come to a conclusion of today's yoga session, congratulations everyone, we got through many asanas today. And working on all the 12 components of Nithyananda Yoga. Let us close today's session with the Purna Mantra. Hands in Anjali Mudra. Please sit straight with your head, neck and line aligned. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavad Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padaka Pranamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Nithyananda.